All right, let's start with the big story that we are tracking this morning on Wion, where the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi is in India on a 4-day visit. He'll be calling on the Indian president shortly before he meets with Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj later on. Now, the high-level meeting on building people-to-people and also cultural exchanges mechanism between the two countries comes after a chill in the ties over the military standoff in Doklam last year. Now, the two countries have pledged to mend their ties, especially following the informal summit between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also President Xi Jinping at Wuhan. And meanwhile, minutes before the arrival of the Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi to India, Tibetan activists also put up some banners outside of the international airport in New Delhi asking China to vacate from Tibet. Now, the 35-feet banner read, "China, free Tibet now." Now, the convoy of the Chinese Foreign Minister passed the same route where the banner had been put up. Even after 59 years of illegal occupation of Tibet by China, the Tibetans inside of Tibet continue to resist Chinese rule through non-violent means. All right, now for more on this, we are joined in by my colleague Siddhant Sibil. Good morning to you, Siddhant. Now, this, of course, is a significant visit by the Chinese Foreign Minister to India. What exactly is on the agenda?
Well, a lot of things will be on agenda, especially on talking about what passed through all the major events which passed through 2018, because 2018 was by and large a calm year in India and Chinese relationship, because in 2017 we saw the relationship was under strain because of the Doklam crisis, but by and large focus will be on increasing people-to-people contact. There will be a media forum also. Before the media forum, India and the Chinese Foreign Minister, both of them will be addressing them. There will be the formal press statement. There will be other cultural events also, because this mechanism, remember, this mechanism was devised during the informal Wuhan summit, which took place in April. So this is the first meeting of this mechanism which is taking place. And of course, this is the last important meeting which is taking place between the Indian and the Chinese leadership. Remember, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the Chinese President Xi Jinping have met 4 times this year, which of course is a kind of a record. Both the leaders meeting together this year. First, of course, in Wuhan, then, of course, on the sidelines of SCO Summit, the BRICS Summit, and finally in December, just 3 weeks ago in Argentina, during the sidelines, during the G20 Summit, in the sidelines of G20 Summit, in which they talked about how this year was good. And next year, the Chinese President Xi Jinping will be coming to Delhi for the informal summit.
Absolutely, indeed. Now, India's relationship with China has been in many ways blow hot, blow cold. Last year, there was this, flashpoint at Doklam, and this year, there was this attempt at resetting ties. There were these informal meetings that took place. So what is the way forward, considering the fact that the United States has been wooing India in a very, very aggressive manner to try and use India as a counterbalance with China, and India also has its own thorny issues that it needs to resolve with China?
Well, both India and China are cautious, given the fact that the world is going through a lot of flux. If you look at the world order, especially with a president in the White House who is very unpredictable, we know that the Chinese relationship with Washington is also not good, especially on trade front. We saw that big breakthrough happening in G20, but still pressure remains, especially with the arrest of the CEO of Huawei in Canada. But by and large, India and China know if they can't afford a fight, they can't afford even a standoff now, given the fact that even India is cautious with the American president because of his unpredictable nature. So by and large, both are taking cautious approach, but by and large, there are irritants also when it comes to Masood Azhar, whether it comes to NSG, or whether it comes to supporting the all-weather ally Pakistan, through which the main connectivity project, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, passes.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Siddhant Sibil, for joining us and getting us the latest on this story. We'll, of course, come back to you as the story unfolds.